and this is off the Jesse Water Show. U.S. aid, $20 million for Iraqi Sesame Street, $2 million for Moroccan pottery classes, $11 million to tell Vietnam to stop burning trash, $27 million to give gift bags to illegals. $27 million. $330 million to help Afghanis grow crops. Crops. I wonder what those crops are. What's their biggest crop, Brett?
It's going to be the poppy seeds for bagels, I'm thinking.
Opium! $200 million on an unused Afghani dam, $250 million on an unused Afghani road.
Democratic lawmakers joined protesters on Capitol Hill this week to melt down over the Trump administration's efforts to cut wasteful government spending at USAID. And they specifically took aim at DOGE director Elon Musk. Watch.
God damn it, shut down the Senate! We are at war!
Fire Elon Musk. Elon Musk took control of our country's financial nuclear codes.
What we not gonna do is stand around while they pull this bullshit. We are gonna be in your face. We are gonna be on your.
We will see you in the courts, in Congress, in the streets. Elon Musk is a Nazi nutball baby. Nobody elected your. This is not Elon Musk's country.
We've got to fight back. You've got to be on the streets tomorrow.
Are these people missing half a brain? They really think that Elon Musk is running this country. No, he is an advisor to President Trump. Way before Trump was even became president, I remember him speaking with Elon Musk. And Elon Musk, they were on a conference call with many other people. And Elon Musk pitched it to Trump saying, hey, you know, there's certain regulations that need to be done for AI. This was when he was working on doing some AI, and it was spreading all over the world. A lot of countries were getting into AI and getting more advanced technology. And Musk made it a point that it needs to be regulated because it could fall into the wrong hands and people could use it for evil reasons. It was a good reason to have regulations on it. Well, that being said, as it got closer to the presidential election, he came at Trump and said, hey, you know, it would be a good idea to have some type of government efficiency program in the government to see why our country is so much in debt. For many years, it's been in debt, and nobody knows where this money is going. And every year, it just gets higher and higher, and prices are going up. The American people are the ones getting affected by this. So Elon Musk is coming in. He hired his crew. Trump is allowing Elon Musk to hire his staff to dig in the government to see where this money is being sent. And already we've seen so many programs sent to the other side of the world for the dumbest reasons. We are glad to have Elon Musk, the richest man, then also making a smart move for the United States. And he wasn't even born here. He chose to legally come here and become a U.S. citizen and, you know, worked his tail off to be where he's at now in this country. And now he wants to make sure that he can stay here and have it be efficient so it can last long and also have other Americans reach that point.
The billionaire tech executive and his DOGE team are even facing public threats. A Boston University employee posted photos of 5 of Musk's DOGE staffers on X, saying they were, quote, wanted, dead or alive, for carrying out a coup. A U.S. attorney telling the Boston Globe the post is being investigated. The Musk fired back on X. Here's what he wrote. Noted, before adding, he has committed a crime.
The Democrats, these are the same people that are talking about diversity, equity, inclusion, everybody coming together. They're the most divisive people, and them sending all these threats are proving to the American people and the world that they are the complete opposite of what they stand for. They say they stand for all these good things, but then are out here on microphones telling everybody we need to rise, go to the streets, we're going to fight, putting these threats on Elon Musk's life and his staff. It's ridiculous.
And, Griff, I want to add something else here. Let's go back to the purpose of DOGE before we talk about these physical threats against these staffers who are trying to do the work that has been assigned to them. You've got Sean Duffy, the transportation secretary. He and Elon Musk have already spoken and said, let's upgrade the air traffic controller, the systems within the towers across this country in the wake of the crash that hit over the Potomac. 67 people died. They've got a problem with that. Do you want to upgrade the technology at the nation's airports?
Which is highly outdated, and we learned that as a reporter that covered the crash in Washington. And that's just one example. I think the larger picture, Cheryl, that's so fascinating, there's a rich hypocrisy here that the Democrats are becoming profanity-laden, unhinged over an unelected advisor who I believe volunteers for President Trump that is taking a look at waste and inefficiency across the entire federal government, which we've known for decades is bloated and engages in wasteful spending. And yet these are Democrats that are outraged that an unelected volunteer to the president's taking a look at it after unelected bureaucrats in agencies like USAID and across federal government have squandered billions of taxpayer dollars.
See, and this is what doesn't make sense to me. A lot of these people protesting, I don't even know if they're actually have a job and are going to work, if they're doing this during the day, but they should be worried that their pay and their money has been sent to places that are not necessary. And if that money never got to those places, more money could be in the Americans' pockets. And that's what we want. We want our wages to go up. We want prices to go down. That way we can be more comfortable in our lives. Well, this is why Elon Musk is stepping in with DOGE to make sure we get out all the corruption out of this country. That's why a lot of these Democrats are freaking out, because a lot of these Democrats, especially in political positions, may have been doing some illegal things, and once they find out, once something leaks, some people may be going to jail, some people are getting in trouble, they're coming after them, and all these politicians, Democrats are freaking out. That's why they're saying all these things about Elon Musk and Trump. I'm not buying it. The majority of the American people are not buying it.
The question is, are there actual Democrat voters out there that support gross, incompetent, wasteful spending when you look at DEI programs in Syria, a transgender opera in Colombia, and these other examples? There's no doubt that USAID has priorities and perhaps spent some money on something that was important. But from the time Trump left, when they spent about $20 billion on USAID, to the final year for Biden, it was $40 billion. So why wouldn't the Democrats want to at least take a look at the auditing of it?
The lady doth protest way too much. I mean, when you are screaming about holding on, bloody murder, screaming about hanging on to every last bit of the bureaucracy that exists, that got us to a place where we are $36 trillion in debt. Does anybody think, Republican, Democrat, that this is what the founders had in mind for this country? I mean, does anyone think so? It is so outrageous to me. They are so freaked out by the simple question of, people who are on read-only mode just looking at the books.
Yeah.
Like any American corporation, if you're a public corporation, your books are open. Your shareholders are investors in your company, right? The analogy is that we as taxpayers are investors in this. We have put our own stock into the United States of America. We deserve to see how everything is functioning. That's what Musk is doing, because you know what? They tried this so many times in Congress. They cannot do it to themselves.
Yep.
They can't. They failed every time, even good intentions. Tom Coburn pointed out all this same kind of garbage and waste. He got nowhere, sadly, despite his best efforts.
I believe at this point that in 2025, we need to figure out a way, this country, the American people, need to figure out a way where if the government plans or chooses to spend our taxpayer money on some type of program or something, every single American citizen needs to vote on it, to approve it, to see if it's actually necessary for this country. We should not be allowing the government to take these funds and do whatever they want and have unelected officials creating programs to do who knows what with this money. I bet you a lot of this money is not even going to some of these programs. A lot of these politicians have been pocketing the money. They're robbing us.
You know, honestly, I have a lot of colleagues who are really upset right now. They're very concerned that the funding for their research that they're doing is going to be cut off. I mean, we do a lot of valuable research in the cancer community, and I keep telling to people, like, you just have to give it a pause right now. I think DOGE is probably one of the greatest things to happen in U.S. history, but change is hard. I can empathize with these Democrats right now. It's really hard. And in hospital systems, like, we have to do these huge electronic medical record transfers. And that makes me want to retire and quit my job because it is so hard and it is so much work, but it doesn't mean it's not for the greater good of things. And so while I think a part of them just wants to keep it, they want to keep control of the money, but I also think it's really hard to accept change. And Elon Musk with DOGE, I truly believe, are doing great things, and they are going to weed out the waste and make sure that what deserves funding should get funding. But I will say, and I say this with caution, Elon Musk is tweeting or Xing. He's talking about how some of his DOGE employees have been doxxed. They need to make sure that they are doing appropriate vetting, because let me tell you that at least one of those that have been doxxed, I mean, has been flagrantly racist on social media. And I do believe that we need to make sure that they may be the smartest, they may be good with a calculator, but they need to be good people too if they're working on this.
Okay, yeah, I believe it's a good thing that Elon Musk is helping our government and finding out where this money has been going for years, and uncovering a lot of these democratic policies and programs that are a big mistake and should never have happened, and why our debt is just climbing and climbing. So hopefully, you know, with this new administration within this next year, we should be seeing drastic changes, hopefully, and the American people should see it. And that's what all the voters are hoping and wishing for. As for Elon Musk, I've also heard that one of the guys that are looking into the government was posting some racist remarks, and I don't know what's going on with that. I heard that him and Trump are trying to bring him back. I don't know. I need to find out the exact story of what was going on with that. I heard it was a young 20-something-year-old kid, so let's see what happens more on that. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. We just hit 100 subscribers, so I appreciate everybody that's watching. And until next time, guys, peace out.